First is will to translate the challenges into opportunities. When it comes to institution building, what is first required is the will. Will to translate the challenges. So for instance, in early 1990s, I was a professor at NITI, which is a national institute. In fact, known for industrial engineering. Industrial engineering broadly you can say combination of management and engineering. And popularly known as Makkah of industrial engineering. I was professor there, and that time I was offered to join an institution, a management school, what we all know now as Prestige Institute of Management and Research. But before joining, I felt I should make a visit. So when I visited, what I found, and what I was told that here is a management institute, which is being, which is functioning in a building which I was shown, and I found that on the ground floor of the building there was a printing press, printing the newspaper called Pravatya, which is still existing. It is an eveninger. And first floor and second floor, there were classes and office, all that, and that was what the institute was. I found that many of the window panes were broken. In some windows there were no curtains, in some windows there were curtains, in some windows there were, instead of 2 curtains, 1 curtain only. So when I proceeded inside, I found there is nothing what an institution must have. So I did not take it as a disappointment. I came all the way from Bombay to see and decide. But I didn't take it as a disappointment, I took it as a challenge. So that is what is required. One must have the will to translate the challenges into opportunities. I would have refused, I could have easily refused the offer, I could have gone back to Bombay. But I took it as a challenge. I felt that no, we can build on this, we can build the institution. Similarly, when I was approached for setting up a university by a well-known business group called JK Group of Industries. So during the interaction, I was told that everything is set, everything is done, you have just to come and take it forward. After joining, when I visited Jaipur, which is in Jaipur, I found that nothing is complete. Approvals were not there. Land was not there. Even I found from papers that the foundation had applied for approval. It was rejected. It was denied. And the comment by the experts was that it appears that the promoters have a business model. Therefore, a university cannot be given. Again, I didn't take it as a setback, though it was shock. It was shocking because I was told during the interaction that everything is set, you have to just go and start functioning. But nothing was there. So, first day itself, I started looking for a place for the office. I started looking for the place for my residence and so on. So, the point is, will to translate the challenge into opportunity. So, it was a challenge. Further, second is goal clarity. One should be, second point, one should be clear what one wants. करना क्या चाहते हैं? Is it simply कि नौकरी करनी है तो जो आप पहुंच गए तो नौकरी कर लेंगे, तनख्वाह मिल जाएगी 30th day? Or you want to do something, you want to build something, there is some passion. So clarity is very important. If you feel that I want to build an institution, I want to transform an organization into an institution. What kind of institution? This institution which you intend to believe. The idea comes in the mind first. Institutions are born in the mind first. What you want to do, what kind of institution? It should be known for what? So, one has to have that clarity, goal clarity. What do we want? You see, when I came here it was a different experiment or different situation. Here the institution, a technical institution affiliated to RGPV was already existing. But then when I started going deeper, I found that there were out of 150 or so teachers who were already there in the technical institute. There were about 35 who were not even eligible to be teachers. They were only BTech because eligibility was at that time MTech. So again, I took it as a challenge that we have to see what best we can do without throwing people on road. It could have been easily done. Appointment could have been terminated based on legal ground, but I didn't do it. I thought that no, we have to build an institution. Therefore, for building an institution, you must have people who can trust you. People can trust you if you can protect their interests. So, we gave a deadline, say 2 years, you complete your MTech. Those who can't, we can't help them. So, interestingly, and to my great pleasure, by 2 years, everybody did that. Everybody was eligible. So, point is, we have to translate challenges to operate, then goal setting, goal clarity. One has to be clear. So, I wanted to build an institution. If I wanted to build an institution, I had to gain the trust. Trust of the people who are already there. Institution building does not mean uprooting those who are already there. No. We need to create opportunities for the competent people, but at the same time facilitate the weaker people so that they can also grow and together build the image for the institution. Next point, image building is again first point that one has to. How would you build the image? There are many steps which are required for building the image or building an impression about the institution. So when I joined Prestige, it was already their first batch was passing out that day. But it had no logo. Nothing was there. So one of the first steps that I took, developed a logo. Involved students in the contest. Identified the best logo. Engaged an artist and developed the logo, which is even today, without any change, being used by Prestige, showing ladder that is going up. Similarly with J.K. Lakshmipati University, one of the first tasks was to build the logo, which should be symbolic to convey what institution stands for. And the logo was developed, and that is even today in use. That was after more than 10 years now. Based on that logo, which was developed at JK, with slight modifications, we developed the logo here. One of the first tasks, in fact I would say here when I joined, within 1 week or 10 days, logo was developed. Because university was not there earlier. You had to start from scratch. Similarly, J.K. Lakshmipati University scratch. There was not even land. We had to procure the land. I had to visit the offices of principal secretary and other IS officers and so on and so forth in ultimate land. So image building is important. So when we are developing the logo to convey what we stand for, when we are dealing with the people who are, if at all somebody is there, so we have to gain the confidence Next point, selection of